The forest was not what it seemed to be. Part 4. "Lena," he called out, letting out a smile as he grabbed his duffel bag from the back seat. "You look like hell." I wanted to laugh, but the words felt heavy in my throat. "You're late." "Yeah, well, work's a nightmare," he said, walking up to the porch. "And, driving out into the middle of nowhere in the dead of night isn't exactly my idea of fun." He let out a small chuckle, the kind he always used when he wanted to lighten the mood. "Thanks for coming," I said, stepping aside to let him in. "I'm so glad you're here." I looked out at the forest. The voices had stopped, but that sense of unease still lingered, somewhere in the depths of my mind. The warmth of Tom's presence made the house feel less oppressive, at least for a little while. We sat in the kitchen for hours, talking about nothing and everything: his job, my failed attempts at writing, how I was adjusting to life in the woods. I didn't mention the voices, not yet. I wasn't sure how to explain them without sounding like an absolute madman. But as the night crept on, I could feel the tension creeping back in. The air seemed heavier, the shadows darker. Tom must have noticed it too, because he kept glancing at the windows, like he was expecting to see something. "What's the deal with this place?" he asked finally, his voice low. "It feels off." I hesitated, staring at the floor. "There's something weird about the forest," I admitted. "At night I hear things, voices." He didn't laugh, didn't brush it off. Instead, he leaned back in his chair, his brow furrowing. "What kind of voices exactly?" "They're faint, but they sound human. Sad, like someone's asking for help." I paused, my hands gripping the edge of the table. The very thought of the voices sent shivers down my spine. It's been getting worse. Last night I heard a woman. She sounded so close. Tom was quiet for a moment, his eyes narrowing as he stared into the shadows beyond the window. Then he leaned forward, his voice dropping to a whisper. "Have you seen anything?" "No," I said quickly, though the memory of the shifting shadows made my stomach churn. "But it feels like something's out there." Tom nodded, his jaw tightening. "All right," he said, smiling as he stood up. "Let's take a look then." "What? No!" I nearly jumped out of my chair. "We can't go out there, not at night." He shrugged, grabbing a flashlight from his bag. "If something's messing with you, I want to know what it is. Besides, it's probably nothing, a couple of coyotes, maybe some kids messing around, or even worse. Maybe a stalker. Remember Brentley? Maybe it's him again, ha-ha."